Welcome back to ANNO 117, our latest Let's Play, where in the last episode we got to Patricians, the final tier for Latium. We've already done the final tiers in Albion, we control pretty much Albion, but Latium we left alone for a while, now we're focusing over here. In between the two episodes, I also did build this temple over here for Ceres, so my Ceres, bonuses both on this island but also globally continue to increase. We've actually reached, look over here, the final level, but Neptune is still, a winner right now. And yeah, this one is covering pretty much the whole island, so that's easy. Now we're gonna want to start, some of those productions here so that we can get to unlocking these two and unlocking basically everything, right? The goal right now is to finish unlocking everything in the game so that then we can start making, a perfect island, probably dedicated to Mars. And once we have a perfect island dedicated to Mars, then we can start also having more feeder islands so that we can have, a lot of workforce for a gigantic army. Because remember, the goal is to not only destroy the pirates, but also destroy the Emperor, and of course all of the AIs. So I did start already this one over here, the oyster with caviar. We have actually the oyster on this island over here. I've built two. We have also built one of those fish gutter because it's a 45-second production. This one was 1 minute and 30, that's why I built two to bring it to 35. And then we're gonna put this epicure of water, basically the building that produced the oyster, right in the middle of the city over here. Why? Because it gives you great bonus, population +1, health +1, to put, in area of effect. So that's what we're doing, we're putting it over here. Now, as you can see, it is now stopped because it's missing caviar. Now for the caviar, this is this building over here. And as we said, it's a 45 seconds. This one is 1 minute, so should be fine totally. It does require the sturgeon. We don't have it on this island. The good thing is we have it on my second island over here. So I built two of them. You can see them over here. So, oh, I see something is happening there. Okay. So the ship is trying to escape by going back to its base or not? Let's see. Oh, there's some new ones too also trying to come out now. I sent those ships there. These ones are coming from Albion because we totally control Albion, and it is done. Good. We're gonna see those two ships here. Try to also kill them when they come out. But like I said, right, we are trying to do the sturgeon, so that one has started. The next productions though, this is actually not in Latium, this is in Albion. So we're gonna jump to Albion in a second. So I'm just gonna fight these guys. Let's see, are they going to just stand around there or do they really want to fight? Okay, so let's also move, because remember, it's harder for them to kill you if you're moving, especially for the catapults, but even for the archers. So let's move around. That one is done already. Oh, catapult coming. Be careful, it's that one there. Okay, continue moving. These ones we're gonna move on the side too. Okay, perfect. So we lost a bit of health, but the pirate lost 3 more ships and he doesn't have any left. Great, he has tons of towers though, so we can't destroy him right now. We're not ready for that. Okay, let's send these ships here to continue kind of clearing all the fog of war everywhere. There's still a few here and there. So that's why I'm gonna do that. Make sure there's no pirates hiding anywhere. Okay, that's done. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we should have a first oyster being delivered. There it is. First oyster being delivered. Couple more of population, income and health. The bird tongue, this is actually just income and happiness and prestige, so it actually doesn't really help for me to unlock this one. So we know that if we want to unlock this one, and same for the library, sorry, the library also doesn't help, it's just knowledge and prestige. So we do need a few more of these if we want to get there. We have a bit of workforce of acquiesce, so let's go add a few more over here. Is that gonna be enough? No. One more, and we are now in negative. So we need to be careful. Okay, now we've unlocked this one, necklace. Again, this is just income and prestige. While it could help with my income, it actually doesn't help, you know, creating it. Plus, it requires things that, you know, we don't have on this island. We have it somewhere else where we could, but let's check this one more. The clocks. This is 2 of population, plus income, plus happiness, plus health. So there's really no reason to not do that one. We're going to focus on that one now. Before we do though, I did want to show you, if we go back to Albion over here, that I have started also to give to the people over here, the Celt on this island. I've also started to give them some more things. We have started to give them wine, and I have also started to give them over here some fine glass. So what's happening is it's being delivered in this city over here, because this city also wants fine glass and wine somewhere. Where is the wine? Yeah. It also wants wine, so that's what we're doing. And then I have a ship going from here to there. What we may have to do is, I see we're pretty low on wine. Because minimum stock is only 10, maybe we'll move it to 20 for those 2 things. But we're producing enough, you know, if I look at this island, that island, and my capital, you can see I'm producing enough wine. I am also producing enough of this fine glass. What I'm not producing enough of is the togas, because these guys here, they also want the toga, which is not here, it is fashion. Where is my fashion? Here. So they also want togas to get population and prestige. At this point right now, I don't really need more population or prestige, but in the future we may want to do it just to be completionists. On the other hand, we definitely do want to start creating clocks. So where are those clocks? They are over here. Alright, this is this. It will require though some copper. We don't have copper on this island. We don't have copper on that one either. Now we could potentially buy it, but I don't like to do any kind of need production chain based on buying something. So instead, we're gonna have to develop this island here a bit. It has the copper. It actually also has the pony. So that could be something nice in the future too. So let me just build a very small base here. You've seen me do that a few times, and I'll see you in a minute. Oh wait, we are being attacked. Oh yeah, a new ship is coming out and it's gonna die right away. You know, these guys in the back were not even useful. Just the one in the front, but just in case, you know, this is how we're really doing complete blockade of this city. I don't know, the army seems to be getting bigger. Is it just me? Let's just make sure we go back there, because I think there's towers here that can get to us. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that is done, and like I said, let me build a mini city here and I'll see you in a second. And here it is, ladies and gents. It is actually a pretty small one, but I did build a couple of big buildings, so in the future, if we want to expand the city, we'll be fine. What do I mean? Well, for example, we have over here a bath. This bath can reach all the way over here, and it could also reach on this side, no problem. But, you know, I haven't built a lot of houses. Same for this temple, right? Can reach all the way over here, can also reach over there, no problem. Then I've put, you know, an Alder console that also can cover all of this. Maybe we'll need another one here. But for now, you know, totally fine. Same as Sacred Grove, you know, can reach all of this, no problem. We'll even be able to reach some on this side. And the basic things, you know, market. And then here we have a bardic bath. So actually I should already build a second one, so I forgot about that. We're gonna place it over here. So I've basically focused mostly on the services that will bring, you know, a lot of people. A lot of health, a lot of people, a bit of belief too, because I gave this island to a new god. I'll show you that in a second. Then, you know, a couple of houses, some basics. Oh, we're being attacked. Check that quickly. Make sure it's not yeah, for example, something like this is terrible. They are not fighting, and one also avoided us there. Okay, done. And we go back out of the range. What we're gonna do is maybe send one of the ship there. Get some of these. Same here. Ooh. We are just at the limit of the range. Okay, so getting a couple of items. And on this side, did they already destroyed? I think they already destroyed. Oh, there is another one here. Let's go for him. Yeah, I don't want to have any parrots on my city as much as possible. But yeah, on this side, I think we're good. We're not in range anymore. So let's go back to Albion. As I said, you know, basic cities, we're giving them reeds, so we were able to upgrade them. Cockle and eels because they give population and income, so they are very easy. We have, you know, those two production over here. And then most importantly, we have added some productions of copper on this side. Alright. Now what we just need to do is send this copper to this island here. I'm actually making some new ships. Here it is. This is yeah, this is perfect. This is just no, like there's no defenses at all. This is just pure up. And for now, there's only one thing, but in the future, you know, I'm sure we'll have need for more productions to send, so that's it. And yeah, it's gonna go to this island and it's gonna go into this corner here. So if you look over here, we're gonna transform this copper plus a bit of dye into the Celtic green. And we have over here one dye and I have a second dye over there. So if we actually look at those productions, this is 1 minute, so we have 2. That brings it to 30 seconds. This one was already 30 seconds, so all good. We have made 3 of these to bring it to 30 seconds. 1 of these, 30 seconds, so all good. And then we have placed inside the city. There is one at the top here and one at the bottom there, because they give income and health in terms of area of effect. So they're great to put inside your city. We've put 2 of these to bring it again to 30 seconds. Now the reason I'm bringing it to 30 seconds is, if you look at my aldermans over here into fashion, they actually want that stuff, right? So good to give it to them. That's gonna bring a bit more people, income and health. But we also want to send it, you know, to my capital over here of Latium, remember? So this is why we select both of them, and now we can see with 2 it will be enough, no problem. So then what we'll need is just another ship to start sending these resources to Albion. Now if you look at my trades of this one, it is already at 4 things and it's not actually going here. So I'm thinking we're just gonna take another ship, make it start over there, rather than use this last slot and have the ships go all the way back there, right? So that's the idea. Let's go. We're gonna take this, as we said, then we're gonna send it here. Oh, come on. And I think what we're gonna try to do too is potentially put 2 of these, so 1 ship may be enough. So we're gonna see that this is going to Albion Latium. We just need to make sure we're not selling. So yes, do not sell, only sell maybe when you get to like 220, otherwise don't sell. So we should have reserves to be able for the ship to take 2 slots. Okay, I continue to say no to all of them all the time. They don't seem to take no for an answer. Okay, so that's done. As I said, for now, I think we're just gonna put 1 of those ships. In the future, definitely would probably want 2. Here we have destroyed the ship, so that's great. Let's bring that back to here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Another one trying to escape. Okay, then maybe we send them after him. We send them after him. Going back to Latium, so we have obviously not started to give these things. And how far we did unlock, sorry, the Shrine of Epona. If you look at the city, we have placed a couple of Shrine of Ceres, population and health. We didn't put any Shrine of Neptune, don't really need any right now. But we did unlock right now the Shrine of Epona, because that's the god I dedicated to do this new island in Albion. So that's great. We will also want to get to the silo, but for now, let's make sure we also take advantage of this, because while if you put two Shrine of Ceres next to each other, you're not gonna get a good bonus, right? So it doesn't make that much sense to put multiple of the same. You will actually get the same bonus if you put another one of these, like a different one. So that's what we're gonna do now. Put one there, maybe one somewhere over here. Let's just start with 3 for now. So 1, come on, 2, oops, 2, and 3. So my population should jump again into the positive nicely. And in particular, that may be enough to get us this unlocked. No, that's not gonna be enough. Okay, so we're gonna need to upgrade a few more people into the next stage. Let's go, let's go. I have actually a lot of Libertus, right? So we may want to focus on these. Libertus, we need that. So these ones, there, and then these. I'm gonna need to increase, of course, some of my productions, I know, to make that at equilibrium, but I'm thinking should be fine in the future. Yeah, let's put this one. Perfect. Up. Okay, are we good now? Yes, we are. So we've unlocked the lounger as well as the hand mirror. So this is actually an Albion production, but we can give it to my people. This is only giving income, health, knowledge, and prestige. So I say only because I want population, but it is a lot of things, to be honest. This one here will give population only 1, but then it also gives great income and happiness and prestige. The only negative is fire safety -1, but we're really in positive here, so I'm not worried. And then for the final, tier or final needs, this is at 1750. So we're not there yet, but really close. Let's see what we need. We're gonna need a bit more of this wood and a bit more of this snail. The great thing is we're already doing that, right? We basically just need to go here and say, let's add one more. And let's add, one more. And now we should have a pretty good production. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna add, this is 1 minute. Let's add for now only 1. We can always add more after. Let's put it here. I see there's not too many things. We're gonna need this cushion stuffer, which doesn't really matter where you put it, as you can see. Let's put it there. We're gonna probably need one of these to have over there, cover this corner. Okay, perfect. Done. And these ones, they increase prestige but reduce fire. Oh, wait, we're under attack again. Oh no, it's on the other side. Sorry, my bad. We're still following this one. Interesting. And done. Okay. Good. A bit more weapon. Always a pleasure to get that. And we need to make sure we don't get attacked by towers there, but we probably want to be somewhere over here. Okay, so let's accept this. Grant the island. No, thank you. So what was I saying? We shouldn't really put it inside our city. It increases a bit of prestige, but it decreases fire safety. So I'd rather just put it in the middle of nowhere. Now this is a 2-minute production time. So the equivalent of that one too, and very close to that one. So let's check if that's gonna be enough. I think it should, because we don't have that many people. Yeah, it's enough to have one. Okay, so we're gonna keep it going. As I said, necklaces, this is really for income. Same for hand mirrors, so we're not gonna do it right away. But if we want to unlock these, we're gonna need a bit more. So let's upgrade a few more to this, and we should be pretty close now. Yeah, let's do one more here, one more there, one more there. I think it's gonna go back to equilibrium in a second. And we now miss just a couple of patricians, which we should unlock as soon as we get this launcher. Right? And I don't even know if we have even started to give the clocks, actually, probably not. So I even went a bit too many. Yes, the clocks are not there yet, that makes sense. So I'm just gonna jump into the future when the clocks and these launchers have arrived, and actually no, we're not gonna do that. Let's check this out. This is income, belief, and knowledge. So that is pretty cool stuff for the end. Here we have income, happiness, health, decrease, and prestige. So pretty good one too, especially if you're tough on money, which is not really our problem right now, but still we may want to do it for completionist. But this is going to come from Albion versus this one does come from here. With just a bit more gold, we could actually start doing it over here, no problem. We have all of those resources, locally. And with this, ladies and gents, we have unlocked all of the buildings. The only thing we haven't built is the amphitheater, which will actually need a couple more patrician. Talking about 2,000 something, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this island over there is done, assuming we're making enough. I haven't actually checked, sorry. So we are fine over here. It's looking good. Sandal is still fine. Togas is still fine. Yeah, I think we're totally fine, to be honest. Yeah, I think we're totally fine. So it is, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I see we have a small quest here. Always good to check them out. Where are you? My delivery from Diana is late. Okay, we can check that one. Income, prestige, always good. We have a couple of missions, so we may want to do them in the next episode. But more importantly, as I said, in the next episode, we are now ready to start kind of an end game island, because we have unlocked all of the buildings, so we can start an island from scratch and probably dedicate it to Mars. So actually, it would have been good to have some iron to dedicate it to Mars. Because if you look over here at the religion, at global, or not global actually, let's say in local, if we go to Mars, it's supporting this production here, which is based on ANNO, this production there that is also based on ANNO. So yeah, we probably want an island that has iron. So let's see, this one has iron actually. So maybe this becomes our military island. It's close to the enemy. We have another one there, no iron, another one there, no iron. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe we take over this one. We are actually attacking on this side here. We take over this one. It is not the easiest to... No, over here we can probably make a nice city there actually. There's space. And then production on this side. Okay, anyway, the goal of this island is not to feed our whole army. It is just to get enough devotion to Mars so that we get a great bonus. Because we're gonna want to get for sure some of these, like the Shrine of Mars, then Gladiator maybe, and if possible the Invictus here, so at 7,000 of impact. And it is a few minutes later, and I think both of them are good. Look over here, we indeed have the loungers provided to all of my people, and if we go to the fashion, we have the clocks. The clocks are also provided to my people. Everything else seems stable. We're still, as I said, just slightly shy of the amphitheater kind of final need. We haven't started these ones because they don't really give us people. And I did buy this new island over there. This is not mine. I think this is number 5 in Latium. And we're gonna say this is Mars. We need to send some resources, of course. We need to start placing the city But again, the great stuff, I need to choose, you know, where we're gonna place also aqueducts and things like this. But the great stuff is we have now unlocked all of the buildings, so I can from the start, you know, if I want put a temple or things like this. So I hope you're excited to do this in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.